conditioning people and teaching people to rely on us, and it actually disempowers them.
Even saying no in that moment of being like, I'm not available from this time to this time was really hard because he's my boss.
Yeah. If it feels aligned, if it feels okay for me, I can go out of my way and help. Sure. But if it feels like a no internally for me, then it's a no. And I can't keep going into savior mode and thinking like, well, what are they going to do? Well, I can't be saving you from these things that really you need to be taken care of.
You know, I developed really early. I had friends who bullied me for having the body that I did. And I think I never really fully worked through that.
People are going to have opinions. People are going to have judgments. It's the meaning that we put onto that judgment. Not everyone is going to agree with you. And that's not only okay, that's a good thing. Yeah. If you're for everyone, you're for no one. I'm Catherine, and welcome to The Spiritual Gem. The purpose of this podcast is to demystify the inner work, to normalize vulnerability as a measure of bravery, and to teach you the transformational tools so that you can shed the layers of anxiety, depression, unworthiness, self-doubt, and walk this planet with the lightness, the joy, the clarity that is your natural essence. In each episode, you'll meet one of my private clients as they reveal their deepest traumas, inner woundings, limiting beliefs, so that you can see in real time what it looks like to truly heal by going within and meeting these inner parts with the love, with the medicine that they need. It fills me with life having these paradigm-shifting conversations, and I'm so excited to have you here. Yay, here we are.
Woohoo.
Our second, but first session, because...
Redo.
The first one we
Rewind,
did is lost in the ethers. Yay, here we are.
Woohoo.
Our second, but first session, because...
Redo.
The first one we
Rewind,
did is lost in the ethers. So here we are.
Yes.
Doing it again.
Yes, we are.
So, how are you feeling?
Good.
Ready to get in the spiritual gym?
I am.
I'm
ready to work.
Yeah. So in our last session that no one will ever be viewing.
No one will ever know.
I remember we were working with some dad stuff. Yeah. Refresh my memory. What was the memory that we were working with? I think it had to do with tennis.
Yeah, it had to do with tennis and sort of, being told I don't have a passion for it and I should, be practicing more, and sort of this level of perfectionism that I just can't obtain. And I think, that sort of mentality still plays into my everyday, as far as not feeling worthy, not being good enough.
So to recap for our listeners, it was this memory, we worked with this memory of you playing tennis and feeling like you weren't good enough, feeling like your performance in tennis as a child was linked to your worthiness and your goodness, just kind of overall. And I know we went deep. We had a beautiful emotional expression with that. Do you notice anything that has shifted in your daily life when it comes to tying your performance to your worth from that session?
Yeah, definitely. I would say as far as, currently what I'm doing for work, I think it's interesting because I don't seek validation from my boss in terms of being like, you did a great job today. Yeah. It matters more to me with the client and getting positive feedback from them. Yeah. And it makes me feel good because I'm like, oh, I made this person feel special. Yeah. And I did a good job doing that, and so getting positive feedback from, past events that I've managed and stuff just feels really good. But it's interesting because like, I don't actively seek the validation for it. It's just kind of been happening naturally. And so it feels really nice. And just kind of accepting like, okay, like, yeah, I am good at my job.
Yeah.
But like, it's not something that I feel like is like a void that I'm needing from like a parental figure, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. And was that how it used to be for you? You would need that validation like from people in authority or like from your bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it's interesting because it's not something that I like begged for. Like I had another boss recently who just, always needed validation and always needed to hear, you did a really great job. And like, he would get upset whenever it wasn't acknowledged. Mm-hmm. And I would look at that and kind of go, I wonder why he needs it so bad. Mm-hmm.
It's actually his little kid asking for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think being able to understand it now from a more compassionate and like empathetic and understanding perspective on the outside of it is really nice to acknowledge.
Yeah, good to have that frame. Mm-hmm. Yeah, helps you be more compassionate with yourself and also with other people.
Yeah, I mean, even I notice now that like, when I make mistakes or I do something wrong at, my job, I don't beat myself up about it as much as I used to, because I would just kind of go, okay, well, lesson learned.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Do that again.
Growth.
Yeah. Growth. And, I'm all about taking accountability, especially for something that I do wrong, because you're not going to know unless you learn. Mm-hmm. And I think in terms of especially like the workforce, when you're working for somebody else, you're not working for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's a really interesting dichotomy, because I feel like if I were doing what I'm doing without sort of, a biweekly paycheck and, if I was doing it alone, I wonder if that validation switch would be different.
Yeah. And remember that healing is always, I talk about the spiral. Mm-hmm. It's like an upward spiral, but you're still going to come to the same place that, like, if it's your curriculum, it's your curriculum. Mm-hmm. I imagine it like an actual school system of you're learning math in first grade. You're also learning math in second grade and third grade and fourth grade and fifth grade and all the way up to, PhD level, if that is your path of curriculum. Yeah. So for you particularly, because you're an Enneagram type 2, what were your other 2 highest? Do you remember?
I think it was a 4 and a 6.
4 and a 6. So 2, 4, 6. Okay. So at least with the 2, very much like the 2 is the helper. 2s want to give a lot, but it can sometimes go into this zone of I'm giving to get. I'm giving because either I want to get attention, I want to get love, I want to get affirmation, giving with an agenda. And I'm a type 2, and I can totally see how that played out in past relationships with me. I would like be the best girlfriend, and I would be the best friend, and I'd be the best employee, whatever it is, because that was how I learned how to get love at a young age. Yeah. So if your curriculum is people pleasing, well, that is going to be at every level. Yeah. If your curriculum is learning how to love yourself and embrace yourself instead of criticize yourself and beat yourself down, well, there's going to be different levels to that as well. And seeking validation absolutely falls into that same category. It's like seeking validation from the workplace when you're working for someone, and then moving into your own entrepreneurship and your own business. It's going to change, but it will likely still be there in certain ways. And some of that is is like a good thing. Like you want to know that you're providing a great service. You want to know that you're serving your clients. And then there's an opportunity for, shifting or adjustment or healing when it gets into like, I'm now going out of my way to please you or to make sure that you're okay so that you like me or so that you think that I'm doing a good job.
Right. And like, especially with, one thing that's really interesting, and for everyone listening, what I do for work is I'm an event planner. So one thing that I struggle with a lot is setting boundaries with clients when they need me at a time when I'm not available, because they just want questions answered right then and there when I'm on my off day and I don't want to think about work.
Yeah.
And I don't have to answer.
Yeah.
So I think it's like really understanding and learning how to set a boundary and being like, I'll respond to you tomorrow when I'm back in the office.
Yeah. Or just having it be automated, like an automatic out of the office email that responds.
Yeah. Yeah. Even yesterday, for example, when I told my boss that I, had an appointment and won't be coming in the office today. He was like, oh, well, are you still going to be available if like I have to call you with an emergency? And I was like, no. I was like, I am not going to be available between this time and this time. And please do not call me unless it is an absolute emergency.
Yeah. And it's like, let's define what an emergency is.
Exactly. Yeah. Because he thinks everything is an emergency.
Yeah.
And so even just saying no in that moment was really hard because he's my boss.
Yeah.
Like,
good job.
But it's also like, it's not my life. It's not like you own the restaurant. Like you can do all of this yourself. You can wait for me for a day.
Yeah. Or be resourceful. Figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, he definitely has a dysregulated nervous system.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially at 80 years old. But,
yeah.
But yeah, even saying no in that moment of being like, I'm not available from this time to this time. Like even setting that boundary internally was like,
yeah, it was like crunchy.
I was like, I really want to be available because I want to be good at my job. But it's also like,
and then you'll love me and then you'll like me and that'll be good enough. Yeah. Because that's what it really is. That's what the mind really is. I want to say yes. And if we like just kind of take out all of the middle, so I'll be good enough.
Yeah.
So I'll be loved. So I'll feel safe.
Yeah. And I can't do it anymore because I'm trying to regulate my own nervous system. And by me saying, I can be at your beck and call 24/7.
Yeah.
No,
that's not helpful for anyone because then actually when we engage in that dynamic, we are conditioning people and teaching people to rely on us, and it actually disempowers them.
Yeah.
Hi, babe. Coming in here to say that if you like my energy, if you vibe with my teachings, get on my newsletter list. Some people use their newsletter as like a glorified sales page. Mine is more like an intimate look into my life, into my deepest teachings. It is where I share my heart. It is where I share my greatest insights and really my daily curriculum of what I'm learning. I bring that directly to you in your inbox. So go to the show notes and we can connect.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely think, in a way, it kind of goes back to that codependent dynamic. And it's especially hard to pull away and recognize that in a workforce when the workforce is equally as toxic, and putting you back in that same position that you've worked really hard to distance yourself from.
Yeah. So
it's a constant cycle of like, okay, I have to force myself to say no. I have to force myself to not be available. I have to force myself to...
It's practice, baby. It's all practice. Yeah. When I was working as a home health nurse, my agency would always ask me to go see, like, can you see this patient? Can you see this patient? Can you pick up this patient? Are you available on this day? Can you pick up this extra patient? Could you go see? And it was hard because I mean, I'm a 2 as well. It was hard for me to always be saying no. Like I want, and sometimes it would get me. Sometimes I'd be like, okay, well, I mean, I just got home, but like I can go back to Beverly Hills, which is an hour drive out of the way. And I started reframing it like, this is practice. Yeah. This is practice of me saying no when it actually feels aligned for me to say no. And sometimes, sure, if it feels aligned, if it feels okay for me, I can go out of my way and help. Sure. But if it feels like a no internally for me, then it's a no. And I can't keep going into savior mode and thinking like, well, what are they going to do? Well, that patient isn't going to be seen. Well, and like taking it as my responsibility. It's like, you are a business, you are an agency, and I can't be saving you from these things that really you need to be taken care of. Because that is also conditioning them. Oh, when we are in a tight spot, then we can just rely on our nurses to work overtime. Well, we can just rely on our nurses to, you know, to pick up the slack, when it's like, really, you need to hire more people. Yeah. And you need to fill these gaps in the company. So I just started reframing it like, wow, I'm getting really good at saying no. You guys give me a lot of practice to enforce boundaries. Yay. I appreciate that.
Woo-hoo, we love that. Cause it's really interesting how like internally my gut feels uncomfortable in saying no. And I'm like, ugh. It's almost like a throw up.
Oh, yeah. It's like, ooh, I know. And you just got to breathe into that. Yeah. Embrace that. It's okay. It's okay to be there. We can work with that somatically in the moment. Like somatic work is really best used when it is in the moment. Yeah. Of like working with it as it's coming up, working with the contraction, the tension. Breathing through that. Okay, so before we get into the coaching, would you like to ground with a short meditation? Yeah. Kind of bring the energy in? Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you're listening, watching along, I invite you to take a moment of meditation as well. Relaxing the gaze. And starting with a nice deep breath. Relaxing the jaw, unclenching the belly, softening the shoulders, letting the shoulders fall. And arriving here in this moment, in this place, maybe practicing breathing through a straw with pursed lips on the exhale. This helps to extend the exhale and soothe the nervous system. And taking these next 20 or 30 seconds to be with yourself, to be with the body. Saying hello to the energy within you, any tension, any tightness. Hello, welcome. And in your mind's eye, seeing a little ball of golden light. And you watch this light as it grows larger and larger. Covering the entire inner vision of your mind. And watching this light as it grows even larger, moving past the physical body, creating a halo, an aura around your head. activating the crown chakra connection to the divine, to the cosmos. Activating the third eye, our center for seeing, inner seeing, true sight, intuition. And maybe seeing this light extending upwards to the sky, the column of light. Connecting with your angels, your guides. And letting this healing light settle into your cells, your organs, nerves, meridians. Maybe sending a grounding cord into the earth, into Gaia. Connected to the 5D and the 3D. And together we bless this space, we bless this conversation, knowing that the highest good for all concerned will unfold as it always does. And so it is. And gently coming back to 3D reality. Looking around the room, gently, slowly. How you feel?
I feel very centered.
Good.
Felt really nice to drop in and sink to the floor.
Yeah.
Touch the carpet.
Definitely. Especially when we're getting ready to go do something. We're driving, there's traffic. It's like bam, bam, bam. Then we could go through this entire session like from the mind, just talking from here and not really dropping into here.
Yeah.
And really getting into the meaningful, the deep conversation. Like we can live our whole lives, and a lot of people do live their whole lives just speaking and operating from the mind versus really dropping into the body. So yay. We're here. Now I know that we were talking before we started recording about what we want to work with. And I think this will be really relatable for a lot of people.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm going to give some context first, and then we can get into the work. Yeah. So Allie she's an event planner at a restaurant in Beverly Hills. But as long as I've known you, you have been wanting to branch out on your own. You've been wanting to host your own events. You've been wanting to kind of build this entrepreneurship, build a business. But there's some crunchy things in the way, like fear of being seen, fear of failure, and probably some other things that we will uncover as we explore as we do. So I know in my heart that this is what you're truly called to, and I know that you are so capable of it. Yeah. And my goal for you in this session is to not just know that cognitively, because I even know that you know that cognitively. Like I know that you would be great at event planning and organizing and bringing groups together and you've been talking about this silent disco. You want to bring people together and dance and really commune in authenticity and in love. And I see all of that so clearly for you. And I know that you know you can do that, but I want you to feel it in your body. I want it to be less of a cognition and more of an embodiment of like, yes, I can do this. And also with the understanding that it's still gonna feel crunchy.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, because my question to you is, you know, literally before we walked in here, I did my human design test. Yeah. And I didn't know what a generator was. And I was like, that makes sense. I basically follow the rhythm of my own drum. But my question in regards to that is, you know, if we go based off of our gut feeling and things that feel aligned with us, how do we differentiate between moving past something that's uncomfortable and our nervous system being anxious because of that? And also knowing, you know, we have to push through that to get to the other side of knowing like it is going to be uncomfortable, and the other side of it is a positive response and a more regulated system. But how do we differentiate, I guess, that internal level of confidence by pushing through the fear and doing it anyway? I
think what you're asking is, how do I know if this is uncomfortable or unaligned? Yeah. How do I know that this isn't right for me versus it's just uncomfortable? Uncomfortable and it's a block that I need to work through. So this is like the $1 million question, right? If everyone knew how to differentiate between discomfort and misalignment, oh my God. Like life would be so much easier. Even for me, sometimes, you know, I was sharing on the way over here, I just invested a whole lot of money into support for the next year with coaching. I have a one-to-one coach and a mastermind that I invested in. And oh my God, all of my shit came up with trying to make that decision. And I'm like, do I need this? Do I not need this? Is it fear? Is it fear of saying yes? Is it fear of saying no? Is this aligned? Is this intuition? And I think this is like something that you have to be able to develop on your own. I can't give you like, if it feels like this, that means it's aligned. If it feels like this, that means it's discomfort. This is a continual practice of self-knowing and having the tools to be like, okay, well, what do I fear would happen if I said yes to this? And, you know, that's working with the subconscious. Usually the subconscious, it's really not subconscious. It's just like just below consciousness. And that's where a lot of those fears will be stored. So just using me for an example, if I join this mastermind, I fear that. If I don't join this mastermind, I fear that. Seeing what's there. And you have to be in a mindful state when you're doing this. When you're doing all tools, any tools, whether it's mindset, emotional, somatic, subconscious, you want to be in a mindful state so you can get kind of past like the prefrontal cortex. You can get like into like kind of past the logic mind. And you just have to explore. It's a process of self-exploration. And at some point it just becomes bravery. It's like, well, I don't know, but I'm just going to fucking do it. And I'm going to find out. Gonna fuck around and find out.
I'm going to fuck around and find out.
So I think that's the best answer.
No, that makes total sense. I can give with that. Yeah, no, thank you for clarifying my question. And, cause I think a lot of going through things that scare you is often the thing that makes you great, because you just push through it. I mean, you know, it was like this the discussion that we had about social media in the car. You know what I mean? It's like using the platform for something positive as opposed to viewing social media as like a negative
that is like inherently negative. So the conversation in the car, for context with this, which I think a lot of people can relate to as well, especially entrepreneurs, is this like battle of, do I put my work online? Do I use social media for marketing? Or do I do it organically in other ways?
Yeah.
And a lot of shit gets projected onto social media. That's actually like, social media is like anything else. It's like life. It's like money. Inherently, it means nothing, but it's your relationship to it. And I've been through that journey a lot in my own business of like, my work is too deep. My work is too intangible for me to be able to put into a post, for me to be able to, you know, talk about in a minute-long video.
Yeah.
And now that I am showing up on social media more, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so much amazing feedback that my posts, my videos, my content are really helping people. And that has then fueled me to be like, oh, you know what? Actually, I really like Instagram. I really like TikTok. I really like making these videos. It's 100% about your relationship to it.
Yeah. Like coming from a place of love and authenticity as opposed to like feeling like it's a chore.
And I think for you in particular, and probably a lot of people, again, that when it comes to being on social media, it's very similar to just the whole conversation of starting your business to begin with. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being seen. It's like fear of people not liking you. I know like as a 2, that was a huge thing for me. Like people won't like me. And yeah, that's really been my curriculum this whole year is working through that. So I'm really glad that we're having this conversation. I think it will
me too.
help.
Yeah, because like I, you know, because I am an event planner for a business, a lot of freelance event planners come in and like we work in tandem together. And, you know, when we do these really big, like $50,000 events and, you know, whether it's a first birthday or a wedding or whatever, I'm always so curious to know like how long that event planner has been freelance or, you know, how they started their business and, you know, whatever the question may be. And their answer is always, well, you just got to do it. You just got to start.
Yeah.
And then hearing how much they charge for their service, I hear that number and I'm like, how do you just like, how are you comfortable with like saying the number out loud and then finding someone to pay you what you're worth?
Pause. What your services are worth.
What your services are worth.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. What your services are worth.
Yeah.
Because I hear numbers between like, oh, I charge $12,000 for a month of coordinating 3 events for a wedding, and then another one is like $30,000, and I'm like, how do you?
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
So on the conversation of prices, it's experience and results.
Yeah,
you know, same with coaching. Some coaches charge $12,000 a month for support. Some coaches charge like $500 a month for support or less even. And also on the other hand, it can be more like Tony Robbins. Oh yeah. He's $1 million a year to work with.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And it makes sense, right? Yeah. Because it's about experience. So obviously you're not going to come out the gate charging $15,000 for an event. Yeah. Clearly, but you might charge $1,500 for an event. Right. You might get some reviews, some testimonials. Right. You might get the experience. Right. And build from there. Yeah. 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 I think it's like even putting that, let's say like $1,500 on paper is like really hard for me to look at because I'm like, because, you know, when you're so used to working for a business who gives you money based off of what they can afford, you know, it's hard to differentiate like that number in your head of like, well, if I'm making $3,500 a month, then technically is that like, that would be like, you know, $1,500 per
event. Let's just say it, like starting out, you know? And so I think it is just looking at the number itself and being like, okay, well, I have to start here, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But it really is. It's just starting regardless, whether it's a number, whether it's marketing, whether it's whatever.
Yeah. And I want to say, I don't want to spend too long talking about this because I know that this isn't the real issue.
No, the real issue is self-worth.
I do think, yes, I do think it is helpful for people who are in your position of like, well, what do I fucking do? How do I fucking start? And like, yes, it is just start. And maybe you do an event for free. Maybe you do 2 or 3 events for free or for like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think there's like kind of this toxicness around like, never give your services out for free and you have to value yourself more.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I think pretty much everyone I know has started their work for free or at least in exchange for a testimonial. That's just how it is. I started working for free, not like 20 clients, but 2 or 3. And then gradually, okay, I got a little more confident. Okay, I can raise my fees a little more. I can raise my fees a little more. And it's just matching that experience.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And also feeling confident, like, yes, I can facilitate this. Yes, I can facilitate this transformation. And that's what a lot of the pricing comes down to as well.
Right.
Because people don't pay for your time. People pay for your expertise and your experience.
Yeah.
So a coaching session with me, and I'm raising my prices in the new year by 40% because I haven't raised my prices in a long time. So to work with me for a year, it's about $16,000. And sometimes I'll have clients that's like, well, that comes out to, you know, they're trying to do the math on this. That's like 500 and however many dollars a session. And it's like, well, I don't work per session. If I charged per session, it wouldn't really make sense because you're not buying my time. You're buying my expertise and my experience. And you can go see 100 other healers and they're never going to be able to teach you the things I can teach you in the way that only I can teach you and facilitate you through the transformation that you're looking for. So yeah, there's a lot there. Now I want to dial it in.
Cool.
Dive into the deep end.
That should be your theme song. Open the podcast.
You know, I love diving deep. I love getting in there. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to, what entry point do I want to use with this? Let me tune in. I want you to imagine that you are about to post on Instagram, on Facebook about an event that you're putting together. What comes up for you? The feelings and the thoughts.
My immediate response in this scenario is, who's going to see it? And the fear of just clicking the button and pushing it out into the ethos to come into fruition.
Yeah. So talk to me from that fear. What does the fear say?
Fear says, people are already doing this. Why would they show up? There's too many event planners and people wanting to do this. The fear of competing and feeling like, even though it doesn't have to be in competition, it feels like it to some degree.
So talk from that fear of competing.
The fear of losing.
I fear, or I feel.
Although I would say more fear of winning.
Oh.
I would say fear of winning.
Okay.
Because I always learn something from losing, but I don't feel intuitively as, I guess, like negative about it. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like I would say the fear of winning, I think, and actually feeling accomplished.
Okay. So talk to me from that part, that fear's winning, from her perspective.
Using I statements.
Mm-hmm. First person.
Yeah. I fear success, whatever that means. And I guess in this situation of posting,
It doesn't have to make sense. Stay with it. Stay with the heart. I fear success.
I fear success. I fear recognition.
Yeah. What's coming in for me is I don't want people to see me.
Yeah. I don't want people to see my weakness. I don't want people judging me. I would probably say that those are the main two that show up.
Yeah. So from her perspective, I want you to finish the sentence. I feel
judged.
Yeah. What does that bring up for you?
I think a lot of it stems from, I think, being bullied a lot as a kid, especially for my parents. And I think when I say like appearance, it's not just like, my physical appearance, it's how I present myself to the world, and it makes me sad.
Yeah. It's okay to let that come up. You can take your time feeling that.
Because I think it's like, I don't want to feel sad with like showing up as me. And I remember I had a therapist once who very openly, in his way, was trying to say, the way that you dress shows to the world that you want to hide and that you don't want to be seen. And I remember being really upset and like angry about that statement. And I was like, well, how dare you judge me for the way that I dress? And it's 8 a.m. and I'm in your therapy office. What does it matter what I wear? But like when I get dressed up and, I go to, a wedding or, a date night or whatever, and I actually make an effort, like that effort almost feels like forced, because I don't know, I feel like I'm putting on something on top of me, if that makes sense. Like in the moment, like I'll feel really confident, but for some reason I can't go out and like.
Do you feel like inauthentic? Do you feel like a fraud?
Kind of, yeah. Like I keep telling myself, I'm like, I really need a new wardrobe. And then the other part of my brain is like, what do I wear? Because I think in the back of my head, I'm like, I want to dress, like a more elevated, version of Allie that's fun and doesn't wear baggy clothes or, hides her figure or, that kind of stuff. But for some reason, when I go to another country, I feel fine in doing that. And I don't know what that dichotomy is, other than maybe it's people don't really know me and I could
Yeah. Well, I think it's a little bit if you're in another country, and I know you were just on a nice vacation to Ireland. And I think that makes sense because you're leaving kind of like the story of you behind.
Yeah.
You're going into a new environment where where people don't know you, where you can be who you want to be. Does that bring up tenderness too?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. What does the tenderness say if we talk directly from it?
It says, I guess, have fun and play. Be expressive.
Yeah, that's what it wants, right? Yeah.
Like, wear color, wear heels, wear, whatever you want. And I think part of, and again, I think, to go back about looking at social media is like, it's also, a version of who people present online.
Definitely.
And it's not photoshopped. It's not, I'm going to rent this cute outfit and post it on the internet, And I think it's just really a deep fear of acceptance.
Of not being accepted.
Yeah. Especially because, I remember, it truly stems from being bullied at
Yeah, I do want to talk more about that. I think that's where we need to do the work.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is I developed really early as a kid. I was 10 when I got my period. I was 10 when I got boobs. I had friends who bullied me for having the body that I did. And I think I never really fully worked through that because of wanting to hide and not allowing myself to be seen, whether it's no, I don't need to wear a low cut top. I don't need to wear a tight shirt. But every time I do, it makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel that way. It's just, that's how my body is. I can't change it. I can't help it. And, it's putting on a really nice dress and especially when I was just overseas, it felt nice, but it also made me feel really uncomfortable.
Because more people are looking at you and seeing you.
Yeah.
Which means that they might judge you.
Yeah. I think it's also partly body dysmorphia of oh, my arms look fat in that photo and my makeup looks cakey or whatever, just really harshly judging myself.
Yeah.
When my boyfriend doesn't care.
Yeah.
My friends don't care.
Yeah.
But I care. And I think it's there's a part of me too, as far as, I don't know, I guess switching my thought process on being seen of even just buying an outfit that makes me feel good. The idea of buying something new to be a more elevated version of myself and wanting to match how I'm starting to feel internally is it's a weird,
scary.
It's a weird dichotomy of I can't, constantly wear I mean, I can wear band t-shirts if I want to. I don't care. But now when I wear them to go out, I feel frumpy. I feel like
sometimes it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel authentic. And it used to.
Yeah, it used to. Yeah.
It used to feel authentic.
Yeah. And I think I'm having a really hard time.
So I want to reflect at least one thing.
Yeah.
Pen situation. Is that there's clearly two different parts of you. One who actually desires to be seen and is like,
well, because what I was saying
is the new Allie.
What I was saying in the car was like, I was a theater kid. Like you get on that stage, you have one time. You have one time to get it right, and you are seen good or bad. If you mess up your line, you got to figure it out. If you miss your, blocking, you got to figure it out, And so, one thing that I was saying is like, I don't know where that person went. And I'm trying, and I want that part back because I know she's in here, but like I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I didn't have a fear.
Yeah.
I just did it.
Yeah. So when you were younger, you didn't have the fear of being seen and being yourself and being full and big and loud. And you experienced bullying in middle school, maybe high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that kind of put a wet blanket over that light. And so I'm hearing that there's two parts of you, the one that really does want to be seen and is like, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for the world.
Yeah.
And another part that is still scared and still wants to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to work with that part because we know that anything unresolved from our past will get played out either consciously or subconsciously in our lives until it gets met with the love and the medicine that it needs. Yeah. So I'm curious, there doesn't have to be a specific memory from this time, but I wonder if there is a specific memory or an image or a snippet of time where this part of you felt like she got developed.
Even as far as like wanting to hide.
Yeah. Maybe a moment when you were being bullied or something where it felt like it really hit you, something that you maybe still go back to in your mind.
Yeah, I guess the one memory that sticks out for me is I was at summer camp. And my childhood friend and her friend gave me a nickname. And it was Big Tits 3000. I know, it sounds funny. No, it does.
Try
I know. No, you can laugh. It's funny now. But I know. I was like, what, 11, 12? But like, after they kept calling me that publicly in front of people, all I wanted to do was cover up my chest.
Yeah, understandably. It's
and
like, stop paying attention to me. Do not perceive me.
Well, yeah. And then, it even goes to the opposite side of the spectrum where someone thought I was a dude.
Because you were covering up so much?
Yeah. And like I had short hair. Like, so I don't know if there's like clearly an identity crisis, but more so like immediately just wanting to shut down and just go, don't look at my body. This is for me. Thanks. Yeah. Like it's not for you.
Allie.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what we're going to do to work with this part. We're going to give your little one a voice, little 11, 12-year-old, and I have a feeling that she will be saying several of the things that we were already saying earlier.
Yeah.
And when you are embodying her and letting her speak, letting her have the floor, I want to give you full permission to like curl up in a ball if you want to. You can hide. If she's like, I want to hide, go into that and let her. Yeah, I can see she's already she's already coming up.
Yeah.
And I can even get your coat and like put it over your head if she's like, I don't want to be seen. I don't want you to see me. And then we'll go from there, and we're gonna talk between a few different parts. So since she's already here, let's drop in with her.
Okay.
And when you're ready, hand her the mic.
Okay.
What's present for her? What does she say?
She says she kind of doesn't want to say anything.
Yeah. Does she want to hide a little bit? Yeah. I'm going to put your coat over you.
Okay.
And we're going to let you get
Cozy.
Get small and cozy.
Get small.
Yeah, so you embody her.
Mm-hmm.
And put this over you like this so you can hide.
Okay.
Yeah, and you stay there as long as you want.
Okay.
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 Yeah, and let her receive this. Yeah, we got a little bit of resurfacing. Yeah.
It's like a safety blanket.
Yeah. How did that feel to let her be covered like that?
It felt cozy at first, and then it just made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because
go like this.
Oh.
Go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was weird. It was like I wanted to be small in the moment, and then I didn't want to be small. Mm-hmm. I wanted to like come out of my cocoon. Yeah. Be like, I could still be warm and cozy, but now you can see my face.
Yeah. It's so interesting that usually when we just give these parts what they want, mm-hmm. I think that was like 30 seconds. And that is usually about the time that it takes. Mm-hmm. If we go in and like let them do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I remember coaching myself before and feeling like I was going back and forth and talking from two different aspects. And I had to turn my back and I had to just be like, no.
Yeah.
And I just embodied this, this position of like, no, leave me, like, I don't like you, leave me alone. Mm-hmm. And as I went into that with acceptance, I was like, oh, okay. We can talk now.
Yeah. Like currently I'm hugging myself under the blanket.
Yeah.
That feels nice.
Feels good.
Yeah.
So what's present for you right now? What did you notice? Did anything shift with her and how she's feeling? Is she willing to speak? What's present for you?
I think what's coming up is, I guess I will use like light and dark as part of the analogy, or not so much analogy, but just like the way that it felt of like being covered and feeling warm, like inside something that was dim. And then, once I took off, the hood and, I looked around and I saw your face and the light outside and being in a bright room, like it didn't feel heavy.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if there is something that this part needs to hear from your love. Mm-hmm. So when you're ready, and if you want, you can even like stand up and shake the body for a moment, kind of switch up the energy before we go into embracing. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a dialogue like we do between these two parts. Mm-hmm. Embracing her with love, with acceptance, with whatever she needs from you, whatever medicine she needs. Mm-hmm. We're going to go back and forth for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will also say that I'll have you like reposition in your seat to speak from her versus speaking from love.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
What do you want me to say?
Whatever she needs to hear from love. And you can let me know too if you want more guidance connecting with love first.
Yeah, I think that'd be helpful.
Okay, yeah, sometimes that is helpful. Okay, so I'll have you close your eyes. Okay. And we'll take a breath here. And I want you to think back to the brunch that we had with our group girls.
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember that day you were wearing something very voluptuous. Yeah. You were showing that bod and you looked amazing. And it was all of us there having a good time. Communing in love. Just staying here for the next 20 or 30 seconds, dwelling in this energy and this memory. Feeling the sisterhood of these girls that you've been with for the last year. Gone through a lot together, a lot of healing, a lot of transformation, a lot of authenticity, vulnerability, these women seeing the true Allie, seeing your preciousness, your heart. And when you feel ready, when you feel connected to love, I want you to speak to little Allie, your little 11 or 12-year-old. What does she need to hear from love right now?
She needs to hear your body is what God gave you. And you don't need to let or allow people that are insecure about themselves and their own body to define how you feel about yourself. And it's okay to feel uncomfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
and know that that'll change over time.
Mm-hmm.
And to accept and embrace the body that you have,
Mm-hmm.
with how comfortable you are with whatever stage you're in.
Mm-hmm. And check in with her. Is she receiving this?
Oh,
yeah, grab you tissue.
Thank you. I think
It's okay if she's not.
she wants to.
Yeah. So I want to try something. Do you remember when we were going through the emotional mastery module for creating peace in our group program that we talked about advice giving versus meeting the part with love? Like, yes, that advice is actually really helpful. And I think that she probably does need to hear that. She would benefit from hearing that, but not first. So I'm going to offer you a sentence to say to her, and then you can just go improv on your own and see what else in the same vein would really land for her and be nourishing for her. So what I'll have you say to her is, I'm so sorry that you felt like you've had to hide for so long.
I'm sorry that you felt like you've had to hide.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah, let that love in. That's good. That's what she needed to hear.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that you felt like you couldn't be yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you don't want people to see your light.
And what do you think about her? What do you think about her light, her body, her spirit?
I want her to know that it's beautiful and it's special. And that's what people love about you.
Yeah.
And, you know, allow people to see and embrace your joy.
Does she have anything she wants to say in return?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does she want to say?
She wants to say, thank you. And you know, more specifically, thank you for seeing me.
Yeah.
And thank you for not dimming my light and letting it shine.
Are there any self-forgivenesses that you'd like to do? A couple rounds?
Yeah.
Compassionate self-forgiveness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that exercise.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that I don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
When in truth is that I do.
Yeah.
I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that other people will judge me. When in reality, or
It's okay. That's good.
yeah, is that I'm judging myself. I know it's kind of the opposite, but
Yeah.
it's still true.
Yeah. I mean, in actuality, it doesn't hurt when people judge us. It actually doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if someone was in front of you cursing you out in Swedish.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know what
you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying. If someone's judging you in a different language, it's like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's the meaning that we put onto that judgment. And the truth is, like, this really helped me when it came to letting myself be seen. I was very afraid of triggering people. And this was like a recent thing, like not even that long ago. I wrote in my journal, I am afraid to trigger people. And then as life does, the next 2 weeks, I was like triggering hella people on accident. Yeah. And I was like, what's happening? Right. Like, because that's the curriculum. That's what life will do. Right. But you are going to trigger people. You are going to... People are going to have opinions. People are going to have judgments. It's the name of the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's actually good. That's normal. And if we're talking about like on a post, if you say so, those are like the posts that do the best, the videos that do the best, the ones that are controversial. It's like, oh, that actually like blows your shit up when people are like in the comment section and like talking about shit. Right. And then that makes people who are for you be like, oh, that's my bitch. Yeah. I'm with her. Yeah. When people have
and the other side of that too is like, well, you're talking about me. I'm coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. You know, what's the old like celebrity thing they say? Any publicity is good publicity. Yeah. Publicity. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's like, that has really helped me. Like, it's good to trigger people. It is good to be controversial. It is good to have your opinions, to have your thoughts, to have your feelings. And not everyone is going to agree with you. And that's not only okay, that's a good thing. Yeah. If you're for everyone, you're for no one. Hi, babe. I'm coming in here to say that if this healing process and conversation is inspiring you, opening your heart, moving you, it's time that we work together. With me by your side, you will become your best partner, parent, lover, and friend. I'll help you heal from your past, unlock what's possible for you, and embody authenticity, confidence, and peace that isn't conditional to good things happening. In the show notes, you'll find the application for private coaching. Fill that out, and I'll let you know if I genuinely think that I can serve you with where you're at and where you're wanting to go. I can't wait to see who you become.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Because, I think, opinions are always just going to be opinions.
And we can be opinionated and be controversial in a respectful and loving way, and in an authentic way. It's not like we want to just like go out and start like being like fucking wild.
Yeah.
But when it's like, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is the kind of person I am. This is the kind of entrepreneur I am. This is the kind of event planner I am. I like doing these things. I don't like doing these things. And I don't do these things for these reasons.
Yeah.
That's what people are going to be like, oh, that's why I want to hire her, because she gets it.
Yeah.
And those are going to be really enjoyable people to work with because they like you.
Yeah.
And like, they like
you. Because I think a lot of that self-judgment also comes from, parenting also.
Yeah.
Saying like your clothes don't fit or, whatever the criticism is.
And I think with that, it's like, okay, part of the healing is like, my clothes don't fit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put something else on. Or I like them not fitting like this. It's like, that doesn't actually mean anything about me. It's like unraveling the meaning that we've subscribed to that. My dad used to tell me to brush my hair. Well, my dad didn't understand that I had curly hair. I couldn't brush my hair.
Right.
So that never bothered me because I was like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't brush my hair.
Right.
But if I had subscribed some kind of like worth onto that, I would have been like, oh my God, my hair, it's not good enough. And now my dad thinks I'm, now like I have all of these issues with my hair. And it's like, okay, that's what you think I should do. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I mean, like perfect example is, I went to Ohio a couple months ago to visit my mom, and we were in the car, and the first thing out of her mouth was, your clothes don't fit you. And I was like, I know. I was like, thank you for telling me. I was like, if I had more money to buy clothes that fit, I would, but I don't right now. So,
I mean, were they just like baggy clothes? Or
I was wearing like these pants and like a shirt that was a little too tight. And because I was with her for multiple days and, I was wearing different outfits, she just made a comment. And so I said to her, I was like, Mom, I would really appreciate if you didn't make those comments, because it makes me feel, truthfully, it makes me feel ugly.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not a nice thing to say. So please.
Good for you.
Don't say it again.
Sometimes people genuinely don't know that they're hurting us when they say things.
Right. And so, especially with a parent, I was, especially between both of them, like, I know she didn't mean any ill will towards the comment. It was just a comment. But at the same time, like, words do have power. And like, I would, like, putting myself in her shoes as a mom, I would never say that to my daughter. But in her mind, she thinks she's doing something helpful. Yeah, maybe she thinks that she does think she's helping you in some way. Right. But that's exactly why I wanted to acknowledge the comment and just say, like, please don't say that or hurt my feelings. Yeah, good. So I want to help, before we wrap this up, I want to help tie this all together here. So we started this conversation talking about you branching out on your own in your own entrepreneurship and putting your work into the world. And we got into the exploration of finding your little one who was feeling a lot of feelings, a lot of sadness, wanting to hide because she was bullied for how she looked. Yeah. Have a moment of love for her. Yeah. That sweet little one. Now, moving forward, how do you want to be with her when it comes to being seen in the world, being seen in your work? How will you be with her moving forward when she starts coming up,
Feeling small, feeling insecure, anything like that?
That's a good question. I will show her compassion and kindness.
Yeah.
And tell her it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel small.
Yeah.
It's okay to push through that feeling. But it's also just okay.
Yeah. And you might even want to do what we did today, because the thing is like, yes, we've done a lot of healing just in this session with her, but as you become more prolific in your work, like she's gonna need your love consistently. And what that might look like is remembering the model for healing: explore, express, embrace, embody. Letting her express, letting her hide. Oh no, I don't want them to see me. I don't like this. Staying there for a minute, 2 minutes, and then being the love, bringing in that love and support like we did.
Yeah.
That's what she needs from you moving forward. She doesn't actually need love and acceptance from the people on Instagram or from your boss or from your whoever. Yeah. It's like, okay, fine. If it's there, it's nice. But what she really wants and what she's really looking for is your own love. Yeah. I know you know that. I
mean, even doing something like this is like terrifying.
Yeah. Because being on camera?
I'm
showing your feelings on camera? You mean that's not comfortable for you?
Well, are you kidding? It's my pastime. It's the other side of the camera, so to speak, of like me, like when it comes out, I'm just going to nitpick. And I'm going to have to actively like support my little one.
That is curriculum that I have been through and I continue to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how I talked about perfectionism like over and over again as I was launching the podcast? Oh my God. How many times I was like, Perry, that's my video editor. I'm like, Perry, we got to change that. No, make that clip shorter. No, change that. No. It's like, it's like, okay, baby. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love, because this is our first session of 3, so we're going to have 2 more to follow up. What is something that you are willing to commit to in action to help embody what we've been talking about today? Something brave for you to do, whether that's a post, whether that's buying a certain kind of outfit and wearing it, whether that's putting your services online. Like, what is something that you're willing to commit to before our next session?
Definitely one thing that I am committed to doing is in terms of because I want to stick in the lane of entrepreneurship as opposed to buying an outfit. Not that there's anything wrong with it, and I will probably do that, but get my website started.
Okay, start your website. I was going to say, that's kind of a big chunk you're going to do. You're going to create a website before, but start it. Your website.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we will follow up on that in our second session. And is there a takeaway that you want to leave our audience with? Something like a golden nugget of wisdom that you discovered that you never want to forget?
Yeah. I would say accept the emotions that come up when you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, because what happens when you accept the emotions?
You feel love.
Yeah. That is love, right? Yeah. Acceptance. That's unconditional love. Love, what do I say? Acceptance without an agenda is love.
Yeah.
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 Beautiful.
Yeah. I definitely feel way lighter.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you for being vulnerable and authentic and letting your little one be seen, letting yourself be seen. So beautiful.
Well, thanks for allowing me to be me.
Yeah. And we'll be back.
We will.
For session 2.
Part 2.
Part 2.